Start it up.
It's Thursday. We're back at it. Off last night, but I'm back today. Thank you all for tuning back in. This is Cheap Not Broke Live. I'm your host, Malcolm. Thank you all for tuning back in. What are we talking about tonight? Trump accounts, pros and cons. Yep. What's the good and the bad? You know there's two sides to everything. Well, I'm going to break that on down for you tonight so you know what the hell is going on. We want our people at Cheap Not Broke to stay abreast to what's going on. Is this a good thing? Is it a bad thing? We're going to talk about it tonight. We're going to get into all of that tonight. Okay. Now, this is new. This was in the Big Beautiful Bill. I didn't know nothing about it. I didn't read the Big Beautiful Bill because it's a big, long-ass bill. But I'm pretty sure there's a whole lot of stuff we don't know in there yet that'll come down the pipeline. But this is new. Trump accounts. This is new. This is for parents. Parents trying to save money for their children. Trump accounts for parents trying to save money for their children. It's a new instrument. Like, it's always a way for the government to make money. I see it from another way, but we're going to talk about what it is first. What it is first. New proposals Trump accounts is being discussed as a way to encourage long-term savings and investing. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to encourage you to save long-term savings and investing. Now, listen, you don't need the government to tell you to save money for your kids. Okay? We just talked about the other day a whole bunch of ways to save money and make money. Different ways out there. So we just got into all that. So, we're going to get into this tonight. Trump accounts for parents and guardians who want to save money for their kids' educations for them to start a business or make a down payment on a home after they turn 18. Any kid 18 or younger who is a U.S. citizen with a Social Security card can open a Trump account. The federal government will contribute $1,000 seed money per account, but only for kids born through January 1, 2025, January 2028. So if your baby was born last month, you get nothing. They're not going to contribute any money. But if your baby was just born, your baby will have to be 29 days old. If your baby's 29 days old, and 29 days old. So 29 days old and older, you can get it. After that, no. Parents, family members, and friends can contribute $5,000 per year to the Trump account. Half of that can come from pre-tax income. Any contributions from the government or charities don't count towards the $5,000. Well, if you're working for a salary, a job, that income's taxed. So they're going to tax your money already. Then you get taxed fucking again. The annual contribution caps at $5,000 will keep. The annual contribution caps will rise and keep with inflation. Employers contribute up to $2,500 for a kid or an employee. For a kid of an employee or employee's dependent, that counts towards the $5,000 cap, but won't be considered taxable income. So your employer can put in $2,500, then you can put in the rest. That's the cap. No more money for that year. Employers can also let workers direct up to $2,500 of their pre-tax salaries to Trump accounts. Oh, okay. So basically, you can sign up for this, and before the money is taxed, they take that money out, then they tax it. So that's what they say. You can sign up for this through your job. It's going to be similar to a 401k in the sense that it's just free money. No, it's not. Nathan Goldman, a member of American County Association and a professor of North Carolina State University, told the Post. Now, as I said, $5,000 is the cap. Now, what if you got big money? Now, clearly, if it's just $5,000, you know wealthy people are not going to be doing this. This is not going to be for wealthy people. Wealthy people they put up way more money than that for their children, so they're probably not going to use it. So this is going to be for a certain class of people to do this. Now, let's do the math. Let's pull out the calculator. 5,000 times 18 is $90,000. So if you put up $5,000 a year for 18 years, it's $90,000. It's not bad. It's not bad money. Is that doable? 5,000 a year for 90? Yeah, that's real. That's doable. 5,000. See what they get. 5,000 times 18. Yes. Now I'll be more with that because, of course, inflation and all these other things. So you'll probably have more with that, with inflation, all that stuff. Any kid 18 or older who is a U.S. citizen can open a Trump account. The federal government. Oh, no, I already read that part. Let's see. Oh, yes. How do taxes work with the Trump account? Because they got to tax it. Government got to get its money. So they're saying, hey, come save money with us, but we're going to take the piece. Like, come on, man. No, that's not defeating the purpose. I want to do this to avoid taxes. Why do I want to put this money up to pay taxes later? That's what it don't make sense to me. Taxes depend on a host of details. Now, here's the problem. You don't know how much you're going to be taxed. It's 18 years from now. You have no idea. No freaking idea how much they're going to tax you for, but you know it's going to be $90,000, right? However, they're going to tax some of that money, so you're probably not going to take all that $90,000 home. You're not. Similar to IRA, this money is taken out before a beneficiary turns. Similar to an IRA, if the money is taken out before the beneficiary turns 59 and had and a half for something other than education, starting a business, or making a down payment on the first home, there's different kind of penalties. So this can only be used for education, a home, or starting a business. That's it. Those three things. For instance, if a person takes out the funds to buy a car before turning 18, they face a 10% penalty. And what's 10% of 90,000? 10% of 90,000. I think we know what it is. Come on now. 90,000. Times that 0.10. What is that going to be? $9,000. So they're going to take $9,000 out of that 90 if you take it out to buy a car or something else. But from 59 and a half onwards, the money can be withdrawn for things other than intended for purpose for Trump accounts only with no penalty. But with income tax still required, you still got to pay taxes on the money. So if you're going to let the money sit there until you're 59, you might as well use another vehicle, something else, to save the money. It doesn't make sense to do it that way. It don't make no sense to do it that way. So if you're going to, so basically the way it's really going to work, 18 years old, it's going to be about $90,000 unless they contribute more, but it'll be more because let's say, so it's initially first year is going to be $6,000 if you put that whole 5 in there. And then let's go back. Let's do the math real quick. Employers contribute up to $2,500 for a year for the kid. For employees or independent, that counts towards the $5,000 annual cap, but won't be considered taxable income. Okay, got it. Employers can also let workers contribute that. But any contributions from the government or charities don't count towards the $5,000. Okay, so let's say the government is going to give you an extra, let's say you get $10,000, you get that $90,000, and you can make over the 18 years, you make an extra $15,000. So $90,000. 90,000 plus that 15,000. Wow. That will give you 105,000. But then you get taxed at 10%. They're gonna take 10,500 from you if you take it out before then. Trump accounts were established last year for the Big Beautiful Act, as I said before. But here's the thing: the government. This is what they're not telling you. The government is going to take a lot of this money and they're going to invest it themselves, and they're going to draw interest on this money. It's there for 18 years. That's going to be millions of dollars. Who knows how much? $1 billion? Who knows? It's going to be millions and millions of dollars that they're going to keep in an account, and they're going to draw interest on it themselves and probably loan that money out. So they're not going to just hold this money for you and not get anything out of the deal. Why the hell would they do that? They're going to be making money too. They got to get their cut, and they're going to be making taxes off of it too. So when you take it out, they're going to tax you, and while the money's sitting there, they're drawing interest on it. They're going to be getting dividends on it. And they're the government. And who they're paying taxes to? Nobody. They're the fucking government. They don't pay no taxes to themselves. Trump accounts do not have the same tax advantages as the 529, which are deferred savings plans. designed to help pay for college expenses. Roth IRAs, retirement plans that enable tax-free withdrawals, experts told Post. Unlike those plans, withdrawals from Trump account are not tax-free. Damn. And the savings must be invested in low-cost index funds. Still, parents can want to diversify the savings with Trump accounts. For example, putting 75% of the savings in the 529 and keeping 25% in the Trump account, Goldman said. Well, the 529 is not bad. 529 is a great option. Let me look it up and get y'all with the 529. 529 savings plan. So 529 is also another savings plan that you can use to save for your children for college or whatnot. 529 savings plan is a tax advantage investment account designed to help families save for education expenses. It's proposed by states, but anyone can open one, and you don't have to have your own home. You don't have to use your home state's plan. Two types: 529 savings plan. This is a common one. 529 prepaid tuition plans, much more limited. So it's basically money to save for colleges. So you're saving this money to give to somebody else, essentially. Saving the money is going to go to somebody else. Colleges, whatever, and college is going to be ungodly. Oh man, today is January 2026. What is it going to be? January 26, 36, 46, 44. 18 years, January 44. Yeah, it'd be January 44. How much you think college will cost then? College probably cost you about $250,000. Probably be $250,000 by that time. For sure, I can see college costing about that much. So let's just talk about 529 savings plan real quick. Anyone can open one: parents, guardians, aunts, friends. The beneficiary can be a child, yourself, a relative. The account owner controls the money even after the child becomes an adult. You can change the beneficiary later: siblings, cousins, yourself. Contributions: no annual federal contribution limit. Lifetime limits depend on state. Usually $235,000 to $550,000 plus. Contributions are made after tax dollars. State benefit taxes: many states give income tax deduction or credit for contributions. Federal income does not give a deduction. So you can write this off on your taxes. That works. Like say you're saving money for your kids' college. So there's a lot of vehicles out there to save money. None of them are perfect. None of them are great, but you still want to read and look into all of them. But let's get back on before we let's finish up this 521c plan real quick. How money grows. Investments grow tax-free. Typically invested in age-based portfolios get safer over time. Stock, bonds, and mutual funds can usually change 25 investors 2 times a year. Qualified expenses: tuition, fees, room and board, books, supplies, computers, internet, required equipment. Other uses: K through 12 tuition up to $10,000 a year. Trade schools, vocational programs, student loan repayment up to $10,000. Lifetime apprenticeship programs. So you're gonna use $10,000 to pay your student loan. Damn, that sucks. But yeah. Those are the ways you can use and save that money. So 529 is a little bit better. It's easier on you. But this is Trump trying to get votes, trying to get people to still buy into his plan. I see you. I know what this is about. This is politicking. This is good politics. Oh man, Trump helped me save for my kids from education. Hey, go Trump. I'm gonna vote for him. Whatever. But this is his last term. He won't be back. Supporters of Trump accounts say they allow more people to benefit from investing in the stock market. Critics say accounts won't help kids in their early years. No, it won't. There are better tax benefits for 529 accounts. Yes, but parents and guardians who want to help their kids get extremely early start on savings retirement might want to consider Trump accounts. Okay, so overall, like I said, the con is the taxes. The taxes is the con. The taxes, you have to pay taxes on this. They're going to tax you. You don't know how much that's going to be. You don't know how much money you're going to have in there at the time. So I don't know if that's the best. I like high yield savings. not taxed as much. You can get the money if you need the money. Now, look, if you want to keep these, fine. But if you want to, it's not the only place to keep the money. It might just be okay to put some money in here, but it's not the only place you want to be saving for your kids' money. For your kids' tuition. You want to diversify that. Have it in 529. Probably put it in a mutual fund or something slow. Like like a stock, a bond, but the thing is the dividend tax, the capital gains tax, you're going to have to pay that with a stock. So everywhere you look, the government is taxing you. They got their finger in your butt trying to get the tax money out you. That's what everybody's trying to avoid is the taxes. We're all trying to avoid taxes. Nobody wants to pay them, but yet and still, every time you invest here or there, try to grow money, you're getting taxed. Now, of course, you can do your research. You can avoid these taxes. There's ways out there to do it. You just probably have to. You have to have a tax professional, a tax accountant, a tax attorney, or tax strategist to help you with that. I am none of those things. I don't do that. I am not a tax strategist or anything like that. So, but those are ultimately what the pros and cons are. Growth accounts are invested in low income index funds, mutual funds, ETFs. You can invest in that on your own. Now, you're still paying taxes as well. You cannot pay dividend taxes. Contributions by families or employers cannot be invested in individual stocks outside these funds. So you can't put in the stock market on your own. The idea is compounding returns over many years can grow an account substantially. Some estimates predict hundreds of thousands of retirement age if additional contributions are made annually. So families can contribute up to, like I said, $5,000 a year. Before that, parents can generally indicate they want. I don't know if you can write this off on your taxes or not. They did not say that. Tax treatment and withdrawals. Trust accounts are tax advantage. Contributions grow tax deferred. Withdrawals vary by good purpose. But can you write this off on your taxes? Is this tax deductible? Because that would be very beneficial if this is tax deductible. Withdrawal rules is the Trump account money tax deductible? Is this tax deductible? That's what I want to know. Nope. Contributions are made with after-tax dollars. You do not get a federal income tax deduction similar to 529 family Roth IRA 21. No tax deduction. No tax deduction. Okay. You want a tax deduction, then that's what you want. You want to reduce your taxable income. That's the ultimate goal. Who wants to be paying all them damn taxes? Nobody. What do the wealthy do? What do the wealthy do to save money for their kids? Because they do something different. I know they're not doing that. 529 savings plans, downside penalties if not used for education. Can roll up to 35 into Roth IRA either. Trump accounts, custodial accounts, non-educational goals, whip user for non-restriction. Can invest in it, easy to open. Downside, money becomes child's at 18 to 21. Hurts financial aid. Kid tax rules apply. Kitty tax rules apply. And that is for high yield savings account, short-term goals, of course. And then, it doesn't look like you're gonna avoid the taxes. No, $100 per month per kid, $65.29, $30. Roth IRA, 10 high yield savings. So that's how they're saying to split up the money. There's a couple ways you can do this, but ultimately the government, they're gonna get their money. This is a way for them to make money too. They're trying to get their cut. It sounds good and dandy, like they're trying to do this on your behalf. They're not. They're trying to make money off of you. They're going to make money off of the taxes when you withdraw the money, and they're going to make money off of the interest, because this is going to sit in a big ass account somewhere drawing a whole lot of interest. They're going to make a ton of money off of this. You best believe it. You best believe They're going to make a lot of money off of this. That's why they're doing it. They wouldn't even do this if it didn't benefit you. They wouldn't even make this an opportunity. They wouldn't even tell you about this if they couldn't. If they couldn't benefit. The government has to benefit. They don't do anything that doesn't benefit them. They're not doing. Well, just let the people benefit. We don't need anything. No, they don't do that. They're not doing it. So they're gonna get their tax money. They're gonna get their cut too. So ultimately, let's see. What does 100,000, 105,000? So we already ran those numbers. 529. What does a 529 at 5,000 a year? Nope. Let's see, 5,000. What is a year to? 1,000 a year. Year for 18 years look like. What does that look like? So we already know what a Trump account is. What? Okay, 5,000, 18,000, 18 years. At 5% final balance, $141,000 growth. Free of tax, federal taxes, $51,000. 6%, $155,000. Free of federal taxes, $65,000. 7%, final balance, $170,000. 80,000 free of federal taxes. What really matters is the rate of return. So here's a clean conservative normal amount of market. At $150,000 to $170,000, you could cover 4 years of state or public college, a big chunk of private school, college plus housing, books, and tech, and college rollover leftover money IRA rider risk for $35,000. Yeah, you gotta start on it early, and you gotta stick to it. Now you can't go dipping in your kids' money like some people do. Some parents be going to go dip into their kids' money. Some parents be making their kids pay for stuff and have to pay bills. So you can't be on that type of time. If you're gonna do this, you gotta really be diligent about putting the money away. Now you can't put money away all the time, but be diligent about what you do put away, for sure. Hello, Phyllis 5:30 a.m. Hello, Mom. Hello. Thank you for watching. Yeah. So ultimately, it can start. It's gonna be 90,000 flat with no interest, but at 66%, 141,000. That's about 50 grand, extra $50,000 in there. That's not bad over 18 years. It's not bad to make that amount of money. So you decide what's best for your kid. And I know it's early. If you just have kids and they're young, you don't know what they're going to do for college, but definitely kind of have an idea what they're going to do, what kind of career path they want to go down, because everything doesn't pay money. You definitely want to do something that pays a high salary. It's hard out here. You don't want to be out here struggling to make ends meet or nothing like that. You want to be able to make sure they have enough money. You want to pick a profession that's going to pay you well so they can continue to do the same for their children. Save money, put money aside so they can give their kids a head start. Because you need a head start. We all need a head start. It really helps. It really helps. A lot of these rich people, their kids get a head start. And that's why they do so well. They get a head start in life because somebody has some money. And you can be that person that gives the kids some money so they can get a head start. So if we think like that, we can definitely do it. All right, cool. Where we at? Let's see, 24 minutes in. Okay, cool. We're going to go to break real quick. Be right back. We're back. We're talking Trump accounts, pros and cons. Should you put your money there for your children or not? The other night we talked high yield savings account. Go watch that show. We talk about money markets. We talk about quite a few vehicles that can help you save the money. So ultimately, does it sound like a good idea? I'm not a fan of the taxes. I'm not a fan of it. I'm just not. The tax rate doesn't sound great. If the final balance is a 141k, what? How much is taxed? We need to know how much is taxed. Let's see. So 599. What? I'm trying to figure out how much the taxes are. If used for qualified education expenses, no taxes, no nothing. Entire 41,000 goes. If used for non-education, not taxed. Contributions taxed. However, earnings are taxed. Ordinary income based on the beneficiary's tax bracket. 10+% penalties on earnings. For example, assume 22% tax bracket income, 51,000 equals $11,000. Taking 10% tax penalty, $16,000. So off that 51 that you put in there, they're gonna take 16,000. Ooh, 10% penalty if waived. Child receives scholarships. Attends U.S. military academy, becomes disabled, dies. You still owe income tax on earnings, but no penalty. Ugh, disgusting. New safety rule, new get camera. You can roll up 35,000 and write off the RA. So if you so you want to take 35,000, and put in write off the RA, you can. So you can take some of that money, put a portion of it somewhere else, and keep it. That's not a terrible thing. But damn, getting taxed. 51,000. You're going to get total tax penalty 61, and you made 51,000. So 16. That 141,000 minus 16, 320. Let's see, 141,000. 141,000. Got that 141,000. Let's see. We're gonna divide that. Oh, we're gonna take away that 16,320. That's how much in taxes. 320, 16,320. So that leaves you 124,000 left. And you got to fork over that 16,000 to the government. They want their cut. You got to give them that cut. That's how it goes. Trump accounts. That's what we're talking about tonight. Drop a comment. Love to hear your thoughts and opinions on it. Let me know. But right now, we're gonna head on over to interesting news. I was lost, but now I'm found. Jamie Dimon Davis remarks show ice pressure is huge test for corporate level. We don't care nothing about that. Hyundai, we got to get our recalls in. Hyundai issues a recall for hundreds of thousands of popular SUV models over faulty feature. Hyundai is recalling hundreds of thousands of Palestine sports utility vehicles because of the airbag may not properly deploy. Federal regulators warn. The recall affects models 2020 to 2025 Palisade vehicles. The issue that the side curtain along with airbags for 30-year-old occupants in the SUV may deploy improperly. Well, if you got a Hyundai, take that thing in. You know now. You heard it here first. Take it in and get what you need straight. We'll be here waiting on you. All right. Let's see. Two major airlines hike up prices. United and American Airlines hike up ticket prices at major U.S. airports as rivalry heats up. We don't need that, bastards. United and American Airlines are vying for dominance at Chicago O'Hare's International Airport, but Both passenger carriers have been aggressively ramping up operations before upcoming summer travel season. On Tuesday, United Airlines announced that it plans to have its biggest summer at O'Hare with around 750 flights a day. This is around 200 more flights than the next largest competitor and the largest schedule flown by any airline operating according to the United States. That's a lot. 200, 700. How many flights a day is it? 200 more flights. This is about 200 flights a day. In 2026, Chicago-based airline was off nonstop service to 222 destinations from the airport, which is 38 more than its next largest competitor. According to the airline, this includes 47 international cities across Europe, Asia, and South Africa. But I still don't like United. United be trying to hit you with that basic fare. Want you to pay extra. Not a fan. I don't like them. I don't like United. If you do, well, more power to you. I don't like United. But if they got the best deal, I'm on United. I am on United. For sure on United. Oh. Let's see. TJ Maxx set to open first. Oh man, I used to be in TJ Maxx all the time for the deals. Then they went up on the polo shirts and I started buying them. But I like a good TJ Maxx. TJ Maxx set to open first new store in NYC in 10 years. Herald Square. Breaking through Herald Square, Manhattan's entire leasing scene. TJ Maxx is coming to JBM, Realty's Herald Towers. The popular discounter for the news Big Apple. Who cares? TJ Maxx is coming to there. I like TJ Maxx. TJ Maxx is cool. They're a lot more organized. Marshalls, they're a lot more organized than Ross. Ross should be all over the place. Man, oh man. You'll find somebody hiding in the corner.
We got some ass eaters in here.
Oops. There we go. Yeah, TJ Maxx is way better than Ross. You got to go through all that stuff. I'm not a fan of. I used to be a big Ross advocate, but I've changed my ways. I've seen better things that intrigue me. I don't be wanting to stand in line in Ross. Ross lines be too damn long, and I don't be feeling it. I'll be ready to go. So, yep. That's what we got. JPM, Bank of America, JPM match Treasuries $1,000 Trumper. Oh, let's see. Bank of America, JPM to match Treasuries $1,000 a pound if Trump accounts for employees. Bank of America, JP Morgan Chase Wednesday said they would match the U.S. government's 1,000 contributions to Trump accounts established by eligible employees. BOA will also let employees make pre-tax contributions to the savings accounts for kids through payroll deductions. According to the memo, the bank sent employees that was obtained by the Post. As of July 4th, a new program approved by President Trump on view for the bill will allow parents to open pre-tax advantage investment accounts for kids under 18 with Social Security numbers. There you go. You know who's in on this? Who's in on Bank of America? They're all in it together, man. They're all in it together. That's what I do know. They're all in it together. You can't escape them. You got to go really do your own thing. You can. You just got to be really diligent about what you're going to do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we got tonight. Trump accounts, recap. They're for your children. They're for education. They're for starting a business. They're for one more thing. Education, starting a business, and something else. $5,000 cap, you personally, but employers, charities, and other government entities can put more money in there. So whatever charity wants to put in there, they can put in there. You just can't. There you go. And overall, is it a good opportunity? Yeah, government's going to make some money off of you, and you got to pay the taxes at the end. So just be wary of the taxes. They always got taxes on you. But other than that, I would research it and find out if it's good for me and my children. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to sign off for tonight. This has been Cheap Not Broke. I'm your host, Malcolm. Thank you all for tuning back in to the channel. We appreciate it. We will be doing a big move We'll be moving channels, so I'm going to prepare you all for that next month. We're going to have a new home in March. So for those who've been rocking with me, I appreciate you. And we're going to bring in a whole lot of newcomers, and it's going to be great. So we're going to be moving homes pretty soon in March. So look out for that, but it's not going to happen over soon. You everybody will know well in advance before I make the trip. All right? Until then, until Monday, stay cheap now, bro. Take care. Damn it, it's supposed to be dramatic.